Look, boys, smelling good, it is easily a fast track hack to look better. And most of you aren't doing the habits you need to do on a daily basis to smell your best. So today, boys, for men, I'm gonna show you what you need to be implementing to smell as good as possible. Starting with number 1, trim down the body hair. This is the easiest thing you can do. Every time before you step into the shower, trim down the body hair, especially in problem areas. So what I always suggest is armpits, crotch, ass crack. These are like the worst smelling areas for men. And what you have to understand that most of the bad scent that your body produces comes from sweat. So the hotter these areas become, the more sweat is produced, the more bacteria produces, and it's that bacteria that ends up smelling bad, like gets that nasty BO. So if you want to cut that down, trim down the body hair to allow more airflow and keep the areas refreshed, keep them cooler to avoid the sweat. Number 2, apply deodorant the night before. This is an easy one also to do, where every night, right before you go to bed, you should be applying some deodorant. Most of you commit the mistake to apply it right before you leave the house, and that's why you end up saying, man, no deodorant works for me, I always stink. It's because you need to allow, especially if it's an anti-sweat or anti-perspirant deodorant, you need to allow it to actually activate. And the best thing you can do is to apply it the night before, allow that to seal the sweat glands, that way the next morning when you wake up, you can apply more after your shower or whatever, but sweat glands are now sealed, and now throughout the day you'll remain fresh because you won't be sweating. Once there's no sweat, remember, once you cut the sweat, you cut the bacteria, which cuts the bad smell. You have to allow your deodorant to have enough time to seal those sweat glands. Number 3, change up the fragrance on a daily basis, right? Most of you that smell bad, your trick is to cover up the bad smell with a fragrance. So now you smell bad plus smell the same with some boring ass fragrance, so it smells terrible. You need to cut the bad scent first, which is what I'm showing you how to do, and then switch it up. Wear a different fragrance on a daily basis or on a weekly basis to keep it fresh, keep you on your toes, and keep you feeling comfortable. That's what I'm aiming to do with Santa Lucia this year, bro. What we're gonna do with Santa Lucia this year will change the game. And again, this isn't for everyone. This is just for guys that truly want to smell good. The select few of men that like the finer things, like that like to smell expensive. That's what this Santa Lucia program will be for. When you're subscribed, every month you'll receive a new fragrance. It's not a knockoff. It's not a copy of a fragrance. No, it's a high-end fragrance. Oils from France and Italy that's completely custom. So you smell different. You smell unique. And every month, that set will be limited because it won't just be a fragrance. It'll be a whole fragrance set. It'll be a limited set that once it sells out, it'll never come back again because that's the point. That's the beauty of it, that it's finite. It's almost like life, right? The reason you cherish life is because it's finite. That's what I want to do with our high-end fragrances. It's a finite piece of art that when you wear it, you feel great, and once it's gone, it's gone. But then a new fragrance will come next month, and now you can start building a collection of high-end fragrances that you know no one else will smell as good as you smell. And boys, we're starting April. April, our first fragrance is dropping, and I want you to be subscribed because subscribers get first dibs before pro members and even launch day. That means that if you're subscribed, you're safe. You get the fragrance before anybody else, and you gotta keep in mind, we're bringing in designers. This first fragrance, we're designing it in combination with Bowtie Fragrance Reviews. If you're in the fragrance community, you know who this guy is, an OG. This guy has devoted his life to fragrances. So together, we're building it with the best notes in the world. Again, this scent's gonna be, bro, it just smells so damn good. Unlike anything you've ever smelled before. And we're building an entire collection around it. So if you're subscribed, you're getting the entire thing before anyone else and before that thing sells out. So what I want you to do is be prepared. Click the link down below. You can subscribe now. If you subscribe, you're gonna get our dark collection for 60% off. That's insane. 60% off. And here's what I'll do. I'm gonna leave you grandfathered in at that price for the rest of the year. You don't gotta worry about it. I'm leaving you at a discount just because you're starting now. And you know what? If you subscribe today, I'm also gonna gift you our car diffuser and our candle, which is like $200, bro. Completely free. That's crazy. So basically, your subscription is free. I'm not gonna, again, once it starts, it's too late. Like you won't get a crazy offer like this ever again. So right now is your time to do so, and you start with 3 solid fragrances. And coming April, you're getting a new one. Number 4, apply body lotion. See, most of you just apply a facial lotion and you forget about the rest of your body. But if you want to smell as good as possible, as soon as you step out the shower, the first thing you should do is grab a body lotion, apply it all over to seal hydration. And now, when you apply any fragrance that you want, the fragrance will sit on top of the body lotion and last all day. Number 5, apply deodorant in your balls and in your feet. Again, what did I tell you? The problem areas are usually the hot areas, your armpits, your balls, and your feet. You only add deodorant to your armpits, leaving the other two susceptible to bad smells. And once those areas smell bad, that can seep through your clothes. Or when, that's just uncomfortable. The best thing you can do is find a ball deodorant, find a foot deodorant, apply those on a daily basis, and I promise you, you will smell delicious every day. That was sus. Number 6, use shoe trees. Again, if your feet stink, I guarantee you your closet stinks. When you step into your closet, if you smell something weird, your feet have a problem, bro. Your shoes probably stink. That's why I love shoe trees still. Every time I'm done wearing a pair of shoes, I'll put a pair of wooden shoe trees in my shoes, and what that does is that the wood naturally deodorizes or neutralizes any odor because it absorbs the moisture. Remember, moisture is our enemy here. When you sweat too much, when there's a lot of water in that area, bacteria starts to grow. That's when it smells bad. When you put in shoe trees, you absorb all that moisture to avoid your shoes ever smelling bad. And then you get that fresh cedar smell in all your shoes, which ultimately takes me to number 7. You gotta watch what you eat. A clean diet is your best bet. You eat a clean diet, your broccoli, your chicken, your fish, your rice, your steak, your sweet potato, that type of stuff. Not only physically are you gonna look better, you're gonna start cutting off a lot of the fat, you're gonna smell better. Problem is when you start adding a lot of spices, a lot of garlic, a lot of onion, these foods naturally stink. When you eat a lot of it, it seeps through your pores as you sweat, and it doesn't matter if you do everything I talked about in this video. You will always smell like spices, like garlic, like onion, which is why it's hard to defeat if you don't control what you eat.